think he should get stuck on that as long as we angle ourselves right. Nope, we're Okay. Hey, what's going on, guys and girls? Phoenix here, and welcome to episode number 13 of my Surrounded Season 5 Let's Play series. Today, we've got some coyotes in front of us that I want to take out. I'm going to grab the Lecky out. I've organized my inventory a little bit since last episode because it was quite messy. I will say that. It was quite messy. So I've cleaned it up quite a lot since then. Just gonna try and, oh my god, take him out in roughly the same area. If we can actually hit them, would be preferred. Okay, that was 4 of them. Oh god. Okay, they've pushed up way far from killing the zombies off camera. Okay. There might be one more, I'm not sure. That wasn't 8. I feel like there's still another one. But thank you guys and girls for joining me for another episode of Surrounded. As always, if you like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know you want to see more in the future. So, today's plan. I think a lot of people want to see me try and finish off some kits. A lot of people want to see me try and get the rest of the ghillie suit, because it feels unfinished to not have the full set, right? Now, we're not going to do the snow ghillie suit today. We'll do the ghillie suit at the airport, I believe, is the one we're going to go for today. But we got some topics to talk about, because it has been about a week and a half. Oh, there he is. I knew there was one more. What are you going to do, buddy? Okay. Yeah, I've got a few topics, seeing as it has been quite a few days since I made a video on Surrounded. I thought I'd discuss some of the things I've talked about in some other videos as well that people might not watch. I know not everybody wants to watch Duckov, not everybody will watch Far Gone. So some things that I cover sometimes and that aren't covered in those, or are covered in those videos and aren't covered in ones like this, so I thought I'll mention a couple of them. So my car has been driving me absolutely crazy. Basically, scenario, I have a Holden Captiva, or for you Americans, that would be like your Chevy Captiva. Well, mine decided to have its transfer case split and spill gear oil all over the road, so that was awesome. But that happened like 2 months ago. But guess what? It's still not fixed. I've had my car in the mechanics for 2 weeks now, waiting to get this transfer case in, because it's taken time to get it delivered and everything. It's just been a nightmare. So I've had to use just a 2-seater ute to get around and stuff for the last 2 months. Which, thank you to my father-in-law for that. That's been amazing. But obviously with having 3 kids, that has not been ideal to do things. It has been a massive pain in the ass. So that has not made my stress levels very low. It has raised my stress levels quite a lot. Unfortunately, not much on the military trader that I want. It has raised my stress levels quite a lot. So you add that. The lack of Surrounded content is just purely a little bit of stress. So I've had a lot on my plate, and I haven't felt as motivated as I wish I did feel to do videos. I really wish. I want to be making videos constantly. That's just the case. I really do enjoy doing YouTube, but sometimes I set expectations for myself so high that I can't actually commit to pushing the record button, because I just feel like it's not going to be as good as it should be. Oh, hit the log. Okay, we're fine. We're okay. We are copacetic. No problems at all. Nothing to worry about. Alright, watch the landmines on the entry. And we're in. Beautiful. Now we get to drive around. And all these guys are just going to slowly load in front of us, as you can see. So also, people probably wondering why so much Duckov content. I've honestly been trying to just I thought I might have beaten the game by now, and the game has just got so much content that it just is still going. And it's honestly unbelievable that there's still content to make on Duck Off, but it is just such a rich game in terms of content. It's crazy. So I do apologize, but at the same time, I just wish I would post more videos, you know. If I posted more videos, and that especially if I posted a couple a day, then people probably wouldn't have an issue with Duck Off because they'd always be getting Surrounded or something else. I guess Surrounded also is a little bit of burnout. Like we've done, holy crap, the fog rolled in. We've done so much Surrounded content in the past that it's like, it's a lot. And I'm looking for some new stuff to be brought into the game to really inspire my brain, you know. This is insanity. I can't see a thing. Okay. If people want to know how I do that, that's just using the debug menu to change the weather, because honestly, the only reason I do that is for videos. Well, to be honest, I'd probably do it off camera too. The fog is that thick that you can't see anything. It's not very fun to play in, if we're being honest with ourselves. So that is why I do it. And plus, for people watching on YouTube and that, it ain't entertaining to watch something like that. You can't see. It's just grey. It's not good. It's terrible, so... Alright, we're going to do that. Get them all together. So there is definitely a boss boy in there, because I can hear him causing mischief. He's making himself known over there. On the other side of that hangar wall. So there was also an oil rig backpack mod added to the Nexus, and I did see it. So when I actually get a backpack that mod is compatible with, I will definitely be going to the oil rig and we'll be getting our oil rig gear because we finally will have a backpack to match. And that's awesome. And they really stayed all up that end, huh? Okay. Well, I guess we're just going to have to do this. We have to get the ammo loaded and top loaded though. I don't know why I do things a certain order. I know some people will probably go crazy at it. Excuse me. Probably go crazy at the order that which I do things. Hopefully, if we're lucky, we can get a ghillie drop. But I know a lot of the time people have been saying ghillie drops are just not there. Pop. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. The game seems a little loud. Just mainly the sniper shots are so loud. Oh, and the fog rolls in again. Are you joking? This game just wants me to play with not being able to see anybody. Okay. Just clear up the last couple undead down there. There's only a few of them hanging around. But yeah, so unfortunately that one is for the large Coyote backpack, the oil rig bag. And so I don't have that. And unless we got lucky and happened to get that along with the oil rig clothing at the same time, which is a big gamble, then we wouldn't get to show it off without spawning it in. Now, I don't mind doing that with the ghillie clothing like we did last episode and stuff like that sometimes. Obviously, it's not something we're going to keep everything of. We're only going to keep what we actually earned on that. But still. No. I don't really need another Colonel's Revenge thing either. Some credits and some cash. And it's also, it's a little bit overwhelming too because of the games and sometimes the gap in between. That's going to be stuck on the screen, isn't it? Okay, there we go. Because of the gap between the games that I play too sometimes, I lose track of where the hell I'm at in certain games. I have to go back and like check out the previous episode to even figure out where we're up to. Okay. Man, that did pretty much not attract any of them, did it? Really? That missed most of them. Man, I'm playing poorly today. There we go. That makes me feel a little bit better. Just a little bit. Just want to go around and kind of sweep the zombies away. I guess we'll start from this end like we usually do and work our way backwards. I mean, I can pick off a couple things on one side just to run up that whole left side on the way back. It's not a... It's an okay-ish org. Nothing really to write home about, though. I don't think that ammo even got dragged in, but it's fine. We've got so much 5.56 ammo. To be honest, looting it at this point is almost insanity. Because we've got so much, I don't know whether we're ever going to honestly get through all of it. I really don't think we will. But we'll continue to grab it anyway. So if you guys and girls are enjoying the episode at this point, do hit the like button, do hit the subscribe button. We are very close to 30k, and I would love to hit it by the end of the year. Hopefully a new update will come out for Surrounded sometime soon. I don't honestly have any news for you guys and girls on that. So this is I'm just being truthful. I don't know when the next update's going to come out. But I know it will have a lot of stuff in it. I don't know what that stuff is. I just know it's going to be a pretty big update. So we'll just have to wait and see what Z and Thomas have been cooking up over the last 4 or 5 months. I would absolutely, personally, I would love, the bounty board to be done by now. That would be fantastic. I don't see that being the case, if we're being honest here. I don't think that was on the list for the next thing to be done, but I would love if it was done. Alright. What else are we going to find around here? We're going to get lucky, though, and find any of the Ghillie stuff that we don't have. I'm trying to remember exactly what I ended up with last time, so I know what I'm looking for, whether I find something new that I haven't gotten already. I know we definitely never got the body armor. I know we never got... Oh, God. Was that the main one we didn't get, was the body armor? Was that the main one we didn't end up with last time when we looted the airport? I'm trying to remember. I might end up having to look it up in a moment. Just so I know what I'm looking for exactly. Whoa. I know whether I'm going to get excited for something and that's actually something I don't already have. Ah, sweet. Reload XP I'll take. That is always good. Being able to reload faster and that in a game like this is super good, especially when zombies are sprinting at you, wanting to eat your shit. That is essential to your survival. Essential to your survival. Yeah, the only thing, I find it a bit weird, like, the environment seems so quiet compared to the guns, which, of course, guns, shots are always louder, but damn, man. They're so loud. And I mean, I will mention also, I was having a lot of issues with recording lately, like, stuff with OBS was being super strange. I'd go to record, I'd get encoding overloaded, but then there was no reason for that being the case. Like, it had never happened before, and it was in the exact same circumstances that I'd always recorded, so it just didn't make any sense to me. Well, it seems that it was Atrium Stream Suite that I was using to record vertical at the same time as horizontal, causing issues, which is unfortunate. Hopefully that gets resolved in the future because it is a great piece of software. Like, it is a fantastic piece of kit. But if that's going to be the case, then I can't continue to use it if it's going to cause everything to explode in my OBS. Every time I try to record something, it's not going to happen. So it's unfortunate, but, so if anybody, does YouTube and has tried the Stream Suite out and is having issues with performance, you may just have to uninstall the Stream Suite. It's just the easiest thing to do for now, until the kinks are worked out at least. It is a very, it's a pretty early on build. I have been actually looking at Meld quite a bit, Meld Studio. They've been doing some really cool things with live stream and stuff with split chat and all kinds of things built into the app. Now, as long as they don't go the Streamlabs OBS route where it's just extremely poor performance, it doesn't seem to be the case because I believe it's built entirely in-house. I'm pretty sure it's all built in-house, which is pretty damn cool, honestly. needed, you know, more competitors, like not necessarily excuse me, not necessarily competitors to OBS, but like more options or things where people, I don't know. It's just always good to see more variety in everything. Different recording programs, streaming programs and stuff, different places to put your content up on. You know, you've got TikTok nowadays, you've got YouTube, you've got Twitch, you've got Kick, you've got all these places, YouTube Shorts, even Instagram Reels. You've got all these places for content now that just never used to be available. It's insane. Feels a little overwhelming because I do all of this myself. Everything you see on the channel is done by me. The channel art, the thumbnails, obviously the commentary. Everything's done by me. Now, it's not necessarily hard, but I'm hard on myself. And that's what makes it difficult. I'm so hard on myself, and I've been trying to be better. And it's been, I don't know whether you guys and girls have experienced this, but I got quite a little bit of self-hatred build up inside. And there's no necessary reason for it. Just kind of there. And that's where it gets a bit uncanny valley for me with you guys and girls when you're so excited and supportive. And I sit there and go, I don't deserve that. You know, it's a bit strange to think that way, but that's just how my brain wants to think. It's a very odd position to be in mentally sometimes. Just because I know, like, everybody loves, well, not every video is going to be perfect. Most people love watching the surrounded content, especially. And I feel like I could probably do anything in this game and people would enjoy watching me do it. But at the same time, I also feel like people would get frustrated if I wasn't playing to a certain standard. And that is where I put pressure on my own self. Oh, I don't need that. Now, we're not getting very lucky on any drops for the Ghillie armor. At all. It is dead quiet in here, by the way. Ooh, come on. Let me get you. Let me unlock you. Let me unlock you. Thank you. I just had to be stern with it. Get that fatherly tone and be like, you need to listen to me. You listen here or you bitch lockpick. You will get opened. Wide opened. Oh, I don't know. Losing the plot. Been losing it for years, but it's definitely declining harder lately. No. Hunting rifle we don't need. Okay, so let's go down to the hangar and see if we get lucky finding anything in there. I'm also going to quickly look up in a moment what Ghillie armor I actually ended up with the last time we left the airport, so I know what we're looking for. Okay, I don't think I got pants and armor. It was the main ones that I didn't get, from what I can tell. Was pants and armor. Alright, we got to be careful here. We've got the big boy in here. So now, people always... I get two kinds of people. I get the people that complain that I cheese it by hitting them through the wall, and I get the people that complain that I cheese it by using a table. There's really no winning either or, so I'm just going to use the table. It doesn't really matter to me. And now, what you can do is if you shoot the wall with the noob tube, you will kill the zombies on the inside. It's the reg zombs. They're dead now. Now, all it should be is our friend, the big man himself. And if we're careful... Nope. And we didn't put it far enough. Alright. That's fine, though. We're fine. We're doing good. No problems at all. Did not go the way I wanted it to. That is not great at all either. Pretty terrible sniper rifle. Okay, well, even though, yeah, I need to... See, I always forget it's got... So that's where I think the door's going to go to. But it doesn't go out that far. And that's the problem. I need to place it here. And then he gets stuck. That's my fault, but that's where you really need it. All right, well, let's see what we've got. Call that cheese all you want, but at the same time, it didn't really work. So I guess my cheese failed. That's better, but still terrible. It's a better one, but it's still not great. Put the table down there. So we're mainly... The biggest thing we need is the ghillie pants and the body armor. Now, my experience has been... If you want to get the ghillie armor from the airport, you're going to more consistently get it when the plane is here, the plane event. That seems to be more consistent for dropping the ghillie armor in general, or the ghillie gear, is having that plane event happen, which will spawn just out there, but obviously it's not a guarantee every time. You could just reload your game until you get it. It's probably what we will do for the next run, is that once we reload, if we don't get the airplane event, we'll reload till we get it. Because one, it adds some more zombies, which does give you more potential for loot. But two, generally, at least one of the crates that spawn from that plane event will have a ghillie armor piece in it. Most of the time. So, it's worth trying that. If you're struggling to get the ghillie armor to spawn for you, it's worth getting the plane event spawned in and then coming over here and trying it then. Your luck may be wildly different. You never know. So I did see a mod that got uploaded to the Nexus that was called like weapon overhaul. Unfortunately, it's not the way I would have done a weapon overhaul in the game necessarily, although I do see where they were coming from with it. So they basically, every weapon in the game got more powerful with that mod. The idea was that it was like a power curve. So SMGs were the lowest buffed. And then something like a sniper rifle was like 5x damage to make it so it would have a lot more one-shot kill potential on... And just make more sense to be a sniper rifle. But at the same time, then that, to me, would just completely break game balance even more so. Because then all you would have, if you were to do that, is I could just run around, unless you really raise the difficulty to balance it out, like made the zombies' health a lot higher or something, which then kind of defeats the purpose of the power curve, then I just don't see it being super balanced. I see it being extremely unbalanced. And already Surrounded is not a balanced game. Now, you can try and balance it out, but the loot tables more or less are all over the shop and stuff like that. And now I understand it's going to be the way it is for now. I know they're going to get overhauled at some point. That they're going to have to get overhauled at some point to balance them out and try and make the loot make sense for the areas that it's in. Now, that has happened in some ways, in some areas, but not all. Not all just yet. So once that does happen across a lot more areas, like obviously we can go and find the ghillie armor from the airport or the redacted area, right? What the hell? I can't hit a shot. Okay. Yeah, but a lot of other things you can just find everywhere. There's no real set location where you're like, all right, I need to go here if I want to get this stuff. Like the oil rig gear, if you go to the oil rig, more or less the chances of it dropping within a couple runarounds of it that you'll get all the gear is pretty high. Whereas something like the airport, I could run this 5, 6, 7, 8 times and I might not get a single piece of ghillie armor. Is that fair? No. But that's also just the way RNG kind of works sometimes. I could go and create a brand new save, come over to the airport, and find 3 pieces of ghillie armor the first run. It's just the way it shakes out sometimes. You can't guarantee anything. You can just increase your chances, which I think having that plane event, obviously, it increases the loot spawns that are at the airport in general, which makes it more worth your while to come over here to begin with. And then you've also just got more zombies, which means more XP, all those kinds of things. Although that could be an inconvenience to you, that could be an annoyance to you to have all those zombies around, because you obviously just mainly are wanting to loot, except for the bosses probably. You're just wanting to loot the containers and then bail. But that is a one run completed, and apart from a few of these chests over here, I think, they're sitting here, I've looted pretty much everything, and no mass, unfortunately. No luck at all on finding ghillie armor or ghillie pants. Now, we could go the whole episode and we might not find anything, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles, my friends. Alright, well, at least the rain stopped. Not that it matters, because we were about to reload anyway. I think we searched all that stuff down there. Yeah, we did. Alright. I gotta go get my car, though, because I left it all the way down here. There's a few more I didn't check. Try and check them on our way past. You never know. But yes, we're going to definitely just reload till we get the plane event this time, because otherwise... I loot that already? Yes, I did. Otherwise, our chances drastically go down. Like, the plane event spawns pretty much right here where the zombie pile is. And your chances of just getting the ghillie armor, it drastically goes up. It drastically goes up. You should look up the Steiner math promo. It's a fantastic promo by Scott Steiner. It is hilarious to listen to him do his Steiner math. It's ridiculous. Alright, let's see. If we go up here, it should be okay. We'll just go up here and reload the save. Alright, I've reloaded and the event has spawned. We're just gonna throw that down. I've gathered them all up. Pretty much most of them are there, I believe, from around the airport. I tried to get all of them together. Obviously, some of these guys are just out of range. You can see them trying to make their way over, but they just weren't quite close enough to be in range. And it's kind of funny shooting them from over here because they just fall over. Like, they don't... Their animations are still in progress. They don't T-pose anymore. Like, we could easily probably... Whoa. I have to go a bit higher. Too high. Really? Okay. Hang on. I'll just go a bee's dick up then. Maybe there. Yeah, good enough. Doesn't matter how many we use. We've got so many. Oh, we do want to make sure we don't drop that though. We don't really want to have to go and get a new one of those. That would suck. Just take these guys out. They should be pretty easy to take out. Should get at least one of them down without running out of ammo. I might get both of them. Nice. We'd done enough damage with the grenade launcher. We could get them down with a single mag. Okay. This is beautiful. Let's go over the barbed wire. Pretty much 99.9% of them are taken out. So the only ones we're going to have to worry about now are in the hangar. I really hope vicinity looting is one of the things that comes in the newer update. I don't think it will be, but goddamn would that be amazing if it was. I would love that because I'd love to loot all this, but I'm not going to stand here for 45 minutes checking them all. They're not going to... The chance of them dropping anything ghillie armor-wise is pretty low, so it's not worth checking them. I mean, I've got a lot of military crates already. Do I really even need more? Probably not, but... That was really loud. 50 caliber ammo on you? You were packing. You were packing. Okay, I probably gotta... At this point, I don't even use the credits, so I still don't know why I ever really loot those. I just never use the credits. SVD, no. Okay. Run over here. There's a few around left. Just hanging over near the plane. So that's the plane that I'm talking about that you want spawned in. As you can see it on here. Crashed military plane. This guy wants to come over and cause some mischief for us. Oh, I thought I had my melee weapon out. I don't. Oh, Jesus. Get out of here. Don't touch me, please. Thank you. You are not allowed to do anything to me. I mean, apart from the crit hit multiplier and that being a little low on that, that's a pretty good org. I don't think it's good enough to take, necessarily, but it's good. Wobble, wobble screen. Wobble, wobble screen. Looks so weird. I'm not sure. I think we already had the face mask. I have a feeling. But do you see what I mean? By the plane event being like, oh, it's more or less a guaranteed Ghillie item. Pretty much. Seems to be the case. Hence why I say it's worth having it spawned in if you can. Just reloading till it's there and then going to the airport. It makes your loot run way more worthwhile. Wish we get lucky and find pants. Oh, level 3 access card. That's not bad at all. I'm pretty sure we already had the Ghillie hood as well. I could be incorrect on that, but I think we did. Unfortunately. Put this weapon away, and we're just going to try and fly through this as quick as we can, see what we can find. I mean, if we miss things, unless we miss Ghillie armor, it doesn't matter. Anything else we miss in that we don't really need, or, well, I mean, I guess that's not true, but you know what I mean. Like, basic resources and stuff we can get from anywhere. Like, I could sit there and rip up all those clothes. We don't need to. See if we get lucky and find either the body armor or the pants. What are we on fighting? That's not bad. Body armor or the pants would be good. Fishing. I'll read those. Fishing skill went up. That's nice. Wardrobe. No. Don't need that. That's not going to help us. We have plenty of places to put our clothes at home. But we won't have the clothes to put in the wardrobe. We don't find some stuff we don't have. I'd love to be able to end off the episode being full Ghillie armor. But I mean, if we don't, we don't. It's this episode was also partly to give you guys and girls a bit of a channel update and kind of what's going on in life. Like, obviously, I want to keep pushing this. I don't want to slack off and not try my hardest at this. It's just been a bit harder than it usually is. And I guess part of that is I spent a long time doing YouTube videos every day with no real results. So now that I'm getting the results, that doesn't mean the burnout still isn't there from doing those years of videos. Like, I've been doing this for a long time. I've been doing this for over 10 years. So it wasn't until especially the last year, where the channel really took off. So it's been a long time to get here. But at the same time, burnout's a bitch. No, we don't want that. Come on, Ghillie armor. Nope, nothing there. Nothing. But yeah, so I like to also... I've been keeping up with the suggestion threads in Surrounded stuff, and there's so many fantastic suggestions for the game that it's like, I don't even need to... It feels like I don't even need to make my own sometimes, because a lot of people usually cover things that I would have said myself anyway when these suggestion threads come up on Reddit or on the Discord or whatever like that. I need the can, actually. I need the can for more noisemakers. I love noisemakers. They are so good. Pretty essential, to be honest. The RNG gods do not want to give us these pants or this body armor. Now, I don't know how rare they particularly are percentage-wise. I'd love to know the breakdown percentage-wise of the loot, rather than it just being like, oh, this seems rare. I'd love to know how low of percentage it's got to spawn every time. Although, I will say it's not that it doesn't seem to spawn like something every time. It's that it's just, obviously, you don't get to pick what item that is, and it seems to be more frequently that you will get a hood or the face mask than what it is you'll get any other item of clothing. And that's probably what leads people to think, oh, well, I never get the thing I want. It's like, well, you do, but just not the exact item. Because of things like that. Like, we got 2 pieces of Ghillie gear, but neither of the ones that we don't have, because they just seem to have a higher percentage. Maybe they're like, you know, always a guarantee of that plane event spawns, and then the other pieces are not. It's hard to tell sometimes what the... Because it's really all RNG. It's just repeat loot until you get the items you want. There's no exact science to it. There's just better strategies. Nothing in there. There's a lot of guns, but not a lot of anything else. We'll take out the ones in the hangar momentarily, and maybe we'll get lucky and we'll find something in the hangar that will be worth our while. We'll end up with the pants or the body armor. But let me know, guys and girls, what you really want to see with Surrounded, because it's a little bit like, well, I'm waiting also, just hanging for an update. I'm just hanging for one at this point. Honestly, it's been one of the longest update cycles in Surrounded's history over the last 3 years, and it has been, for me, for someone who plays this game a hell of a lot, brutal. Now, I don't play it as much as some other channels. Some other channels have completely dedicated their channel to a single game, and that's why I don't think that's a good idea. If you're going to define yourself to a niche, you need to stick to a niche that's broad enough that you can play more than one thing. Like, mine's more a survival gaming / first-person shooter niche, so I've got a lot of options. But when you just stick to, like, I play this game, like, I don't brand myself as a Surrounded-only channel. I just don't. Now, do I have a lot of Surrounded content? Oh, hell yeah. But it's not an only Surrounded content channel. And that's where a lot of people get stuck when stuff like, you know, games stop getting updated or whatever. Like, eventually this game's just going to... Double tap J, by the way, if you want to pull up a stopwatch like this. Eventually games are going to stop getting updated and that. Like, eventually this game will obviously hit its full release and stuff like that. And we'll have to see where it goes from there when it eventually gets to that point. But not all games last forever. So I feel like if you're an aspiring YouTuber, don't pigeon yourself... Like, don't pigeonhole yourself into one game, because you will really screw yourself over doing that. I think that's about right, isn't it? Is that far enough over, or should we go a little bit more over? Maybe here. We can get them all. Over near the thing, pick that back up. I want this fully loaded, because if he comes out like a bat out of hell and doesn't get stuck on it, we're going to need that to be able to take him down. We don't want to chance it. So, run over here. I know it's very dark. I could turn this on for momentarily. Okay, that got pretty much all the zombies there. Perfect. Okay, I slept overnight. Let's pick this up. Now, we can head over here to the door. Into the big boy. I think he should get stuck on that, as long as we angle ourselves right. Nope, we're fucked. Okay. Well, that didn't work. They slipped right around it, actually. It's still not over far enough. It's got to be so you've got a corner... Oh! A corner gap. So they get jammed in here. So you really need it like here to there. I really should take an idea of like where exactly that is. Let's see, hang on. Maybe if I place it so it's in line with that red one there every time, it would be better. I don't know. Hard to tell sometimes. Didn't get it right on that occasion. Valkyrie drum mag's pretty good though. I will take that. Level 2 key card. That makes up for the one we just spent to open the door, which is amazing. Up, another one. Even better. The game loves me. It really loves me. Oh, I mean, no. I wanted to do that. There we go. Yeah, I don't need any of that. Come on. Open. 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 You can do it. You got it. There, good boy. What's in here? Ooh, lots of goodies, but not really any goodies that I want. I don't even want the Lecky extender mag. We've got like 3 of them or 4 of them now, and that. And to be honest, you really only need the 2. And it's not like we need to worry about like having a massive stash. To be honest, there's no real reason for me to hoard a bunch of backup gear, because if we die, we're dead anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's still just in my mind is like, oh, you got to have like a backup set of gear and that just in case. Like, dude, it won't matter, man. Because if you friggin' die in permadeath, you're just dead. So there's no, oh, I need my gear again. There's no gear to have. Let's see if we get lucky on the last few. Now, I have thought about it. I did think about recording this in a way that, like, I just run this until we get the armor off camera and just don't commentate it. Now, I don't think that's super fun. I'd love to be able to get it, of course, all in the one episode, whether that happens or not. It's not looking likely. We are not getting very lucky on the RNG. And honestly, you could probably, if you wanted to. Now, obviously, you will miss out on guaranteed items then, potentially. But you could just loot only the plane event. You could just come in here, loot the plane event, and then just bail every time. Because that seems to at least guarantee spawn a Ghillie armor piece. Now, we'll try it again. We'll do one more run of it, and we'll see. And if it spawns a Ghillie armor piece again, I'm going to probably say that it's more or less, not a guarantee, but it's a very high chance that that plane event will spawn one. Therefore, it's probably worth always only, if you're trying to get the Ghillie gear, to loot airport when that is there. I get them all gathered themselves up a little bit. There's another one making his way over I kind of want to wait for. There we go. Really? He lived it? He had 4 health. He had 4 health left. Didn't have much of a chance. Nope. No such luck on that one. What about here? Damn it. What about this one? No. It got me a little bit excited. I saw camo. I was like, ah! Another Ghillie face mask. So, we got 3 pieces of Ghillie armor from this run. Unfortunately, ones that we've already got. But it does just show that the chances of getting something when the plane event's here seems to be much higher. Okay, we're ready again. Throw another noisemaker, get them all gathered up. I think I got 99% of them that you can still see them down there. And they're so hard to get them all together. Like, it is really difficult to try and get them all together gathered up with the horn and then get them all with one noisemaker. It is near on an impossibility, so honestly, it's not that bad that we didn't get every single one of them, although it would be satisfying to be able to get them all in one grouping, but, you know, what are you going to do, right? All you can do is just take them out. Track them over there, get those stragglers that are sitting in between the car over. Okay. Now we put that away, pull this gun out, get the lecky out, and start firing. Looks like you have the most health, so we'll take you out first. Actually, no, you had the most health, but it doesn't really matter too much, honestly. Okay. I was going to say, if I could hit my shots, that would be good, and we would actually make progress. So, with pretty much everything taken out, what I want to check is we're going to sprint straight over to the drop. Ooh, okay. Do we have that? I don't know. I'm not sure whether we actually have that or not. But we'll sprint over here. We got a few stragglers hanging around. They're nothing too bad to worry about. We can just clear them up pretty easily. This one's a wing walker. I've never heard, you know, they're a very rare zombie, the old wing walkers, but they are around. All right, there is a lot of zombies hanging back here, actually. So let's do that. Just while we loot here, we can get them all distracted. Aha! Yes, bingo! That is what we wanted. That is what we wanted. Okay, so I'm willing to put money on it. But this is a guarantee. Oh, shit. Hang on. I might have just messed up there. They attracted all those zombies over to me. Just let me just throw on the noisemaker and get them back away. That could have been bad. I heard them start coming towards me and I'm like, oh, crap. Okay, hang on. Let's load it over and... fix up the last few boys. Yeah, I'm willing to bet that this is guaranteed ghillie spawns. Guaranteed. Because this is... Oh! Dude! This is the ultimate way to get the ghillie gear. This is the best way to get the regular ghillie suit outfit. For sure. 100%. I would put money on it. Now, to test that theory, we are going to loot nothing else, which seems crazy, I know, but then we're going to reload until we get that again. This time, I don't think I'm going to even bother killing all the zombies. We're just going to clear it enough that we can loot those containers, because that is insane. Also, actually, I've had very good luck with this particular crate too for some reason in the past. I don't know why. Not today. But now, I'm not saying that's the only ghillie suit armor piece here. It's probably not. But just... ah, God. I really want to loot everywhere else, but at the same time, just to test this theory, let's not. Alright, we're back again. So... now, I will say, it's not like it doesn't take quite a few attempts sometimes to get the event to spawn. So don't think just because it didn't spawn the first time that, you know, it's not going to happen. It's just you may have to reload it multiple times to get what event you want to spawn. Or an alternative that you could do if you want to is you can turn up your event spawns in the difficulty settings under general. And that is another alternative that you could do if you wanted to, just to raise those event spawns that little bit more. Just so you don't have to reload so many times, more or less. Like, of course, you could turn these event spawns back down, because if you keep them up, you'll end up with them all over the map. And there'll be so many that it'll be overwhelming, potentially. Or it'll make the game maybe too easy, because you'll be able to get gear flat stick. Now, obviously, for things like this, though, where you're trying to get something in particular, if you don't want to spend 40 hours looting the same things over and over and over again, it's probably worth just doing what I'm doing now. Ooh. Not bad, not bad. I don't know whether we've actually gotten that in this series. I really don't remember. That's the problem. I don't remember what things we have and haven't looted sometimes. There's so many games, and all the games, well, guaranteed Ghillie gear, so that is already proving my point. We got at least a piece of Ghillie gear. Okay, definitely didn't do as well as we did last time around, unless we get something out of here, but my point still stands that there was a piece out of those containers on this event. There was a guaranteed piece of Ghillie gear. Unfortunately, not the body armor, though. Okay, so I've led the zombies over there, and we're going to do this again, and we're going to see if I am indeed correct. We're going to have to quiet loot these ones, because otherwise we're going to attract them all to our presence. I don't want to shoot. 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 Oh, God. Okay. Should have a melee weapon out. That was stupid of me to not. Okay. We're fine. We're fine. Alright. My theory may be getting ruined here. Maybe it's not 100% guarantee, but it's bloody high. Okay, it's not a guarantee, but it's got to be way higher than the normal. Oh, Jesus. Better move away from there before they all start dispersing and noticing that I'm over here. Last thing we want is to attract them to me, because that would be terrible. Let's get that. Damn, that's disappointing. I honestly still think, like, if you're looting Ghillie gear, if you want to just make it easy on yourself, this is still the best method rather than going and looting every container. If you're just looking for raw efficiency in terms of output, this is probably your best bet. Look at all those zombies. Look at them all. Yes, yes. Keep making your way over. Yes, yes. Beautiful. Indeed. Now, unfortunately, once it stops popping, they start to slow down over time, and that is as time disperses, the zombies generally will slow down over distance. You can see how they've started to slow down now. They're no longer walking as fast over as they were. All right, let's have this out too, just in case a dog comes over. I tried to make sure I was a bit more careful in making sure the more got over to the noisemaker, but that doesn't mean I got all of them. So I want to be careful here. Okay. So only one time has it not spawned a Ghillie item so far. All right, well, that's got one more to loot. We got to be careful of those zombies over to our right. Okay, well, that's checked out again. Still no body armor though. I want to check this one crate because I have had success in the past, so I just feel obligated to check it all the time. Okay, let's see how we go here. I probably left them a little close for my comfort levels, like... I'm a little bit out in the open and exposed here. I've got to be careful. We can't risk it making noise. Now, the good thing is, too, you can farm some level 2 and 3 key cards from the briefcase by doing this as well. Okay, well, no luck on this one. Unfortunately, it's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Let's put this away. We'll check this quickly. Nope. Okay, let's see what we got here. Come on. Oh, ghillie suit top. That's good, but it's not what we need. Please don't see me. Okay, I think we're okay. Oh, ghillie mask. Like, this decent stuff, by the way. There's some good drops. Not what we're looking for, but they are good drops. Okay, one more to go on this backside, and then that's all of them again. Yeah, okay, so it's pretty much like, it seems to me like a 90% hit rate. Which, honestly, 90% hit rate to me is pretty bloody good when you're trying to farm something that's so RNG. If you can find a 90% hit rate way to farm it, then that's insanely good. Okay. Oh no, these guys were not spawned in yet. Get away, get away, get away, get away, get away, get away, get away. Run, 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 run. Okay, that could have been bad. It's fine. We're just gonna have to go a bit slower here doing this. Go around a bit more, maybe. We could... do this. Potentially. I need them not to get attracted to me, the ones that are over there running. Please don't spot me. Oh my god, they are so close. Okay, they are a lot closer than I would have liked to have them. It's fine, though. We should be alright to loot here. As long as we watch what we're doing. This is really dumb, by the way. Oh, another pair of pants, though. Is someone coming to us? I can hear them. Please don't come over here, please. I don't need any help. Honestly, I am fantastic. I'm doing good on my own, thank you. Alright, well, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get the full outfit today. Because unless we want to do this another 10 potential times, I just... Ooh, that's really good. I just don't think we're going to have that much luck on that. We did get like 3 pairs of the pants, which is fantastic. Unfortunately, that's not the body armor, which is probably the hardest drop, I would guess, percentage-wise. If you were going to pick something to make the most unique, you'd probably make it the body armor. And so far, no luck on that. So, okay, this time I didn't mess up the way I did before, so this should be much faster to do this time. You know, actually, I will take that ammo crate. I know I haven't picked up a couple of them this episode, but kind of wish I did. Should have grabbed that 50 cal ammo as well. So, yeah, like I said, it seems to definitely be a 90% hit rate. I really, really want to get this body armor before we end off this episode, but I honestly don't really have the time to sit here and keep farming it today. Otherwise, I would. Because I would love nothing more than to have the complete full set, finally. But if we're just short the body armor, I mean, it's not the worst, although it does really suck to not get. Because that is clearly probably the best piece of the whole thing. And we just cannot get it. Okay, last go at it, I think. We'll do one more run and see if we get lucky on this, but... honestly, it is successful. It's proven a point, so... I'm happy with the experimentation that we've gotten achieved this episode as well. It's not just about the loot. Like, we actually seem to have learned something about the game. And this definitely, to me, seems like the best way to still get the Ghillie gear is just to farm this event over and over. Of course, you could loot the whole airport continuously doing this. But, what is that? Like, say, 7 out of 10 times we've gotten Ghillie armor out of this. Which is a very, very, very good hit rate. But with that said, guys and girls, I think that is going to be the end of this episode. If you liked it, remember to leave a like. If you want to see more Surroundead in the future, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media links down in the description below, and ring the bell to be notified whenever I make a new video, put a post up, do a live stream, whatever. And I hope you all have a lovely day, all right? Peace!